Hello, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I am Dr. Gail and I am so glad that you are here. It is Thursday and you guys know what goes down here on Thursday. Wife Life with Dr. Gail goes down here on Thursday. So do me a huge favor. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it so you will know when I go live. And so tonight I want to talk to you husbands and you wives who watch my channel. And again, I am so grateful that you do. Tonight, I want to talk to you about exploring fantasies and role play. Fantasies and role play.
We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing sexy back.
Let's get it started. Harder, won't you give it up?
Now, again, I know I'm going to catch some flack from some people, but let me just tell you this. Creating fantasies and role playing can be one of the best things that you can do to spice up your marital bed. Yes, this is a beautiful way to do this, right? And I get the opportunity to work with wives and husbands all over the world, and it baffles me that after doing this 20 years that it's so many wives, when I ask them, what is your husband's fantasy? They can't answer it because they've never asked the question. All right. So exploring fantasies and role play in a healthy way is just being open to trying new things in your bedroom. And it can be a total game changer for not just you or your husband, but for you guys as a couple. Okay. Do you know why the porn industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry? It's not because they're doing, sex is sex, right? But it's the fantasy that they create and the look and all these kind of different things that make men, mainly, some women do engage in watching porn, but mainly men want to explore porn, right? And I'm not building up porn. I'm not saying porn is a great thing. What I'm saying is that men are very visual women. And so you can create any fantasies as long as you both agree, right? In your bedroom. And it doesn't bother God or anything like that. And so I just want to talk to you couples who want to explore but really don't know how to do it, or feeling convicted if you do it in a way that is pleasurable, that it brings you guys to another level as a couple. Because again, it all starts with a conversation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, I hear a lot of couples saying, I love each other, but our sex life is just stale. We're good in every other area of our life, Dr. Gail, but our sex life is just stale. We don't know what to do, and we don't really know how to break out of this box. We have sex this many times a week. We do it in this particular position. We do it all the time in our bed or wherever you have chosen. And yes, is it pleasurable? The answer is yes, but it just has become routine, just like you get up and go to bed, go to work and then have lunch and, all those kind of things. And you don't want your sex life to become routine. You want it to be spicy. You want to have some form of anticipation when it comes to that. So fantasies are just mental images, desires, and scenarios that turn you on. This could be romantic, it could be adventurous, it could be playful, it can even be spiritual. It really can. Role play is when you and your spouse act out a specific scenario or persona, right? You could be a nurse. He could be, a boss. He could be, y'all could act like y'all newlyweds again. Whatever that looks like for you guys, it could be so spicy and so hot, okay? The benefits of exploring and role playing is it builds emotional anticipation and safety, right? Because you were able to tell your spouse, this is something that I want to explore. This is something that is deep down inside me, and I want to make this fantasy or this role play come to life with you. Okay, it increases pleasure because, again, you're doing something that's different, that's new, that's fresh, right? It prevents boredom because, again, if you keep riding the same bike, the same place, you're going to keep seeing the same views. Okay, and then it also opens up communication, right? Effective communication. We communicate about our bills, our babies, and everything else. Why not communicate our fantasies and our roles that we want to play when it comes to pleasure, to our sexual pleasure? Okay, so how do you explore in a healthy way? Start with an open conversation with no judgment, right? Ask your spouse, what is your fantasy? Or what role play would you like for us to create? Ask the question. Be bold enough to ask the question and be prepared for the answer, right? If it's something so far out there that you just can't fathom you doing, try to meet them somewhere in the middle. And vice versa. You men, try to meet your wife somewhere in the middle. Okay. Number 2, use tools like fantasy cards, all kind of different things. Sketch out what you might want. You guys can sit down and say, I want you to look like this nurse, or I want you to look like this doctor, or whatever that looks like for you. Sketch it out. It could be something fun. Go to the Dollar Tree, get you some sketch pads and sketch it out. And create the fantasy because, again, even if you don't ever do it again, at least you can say, we tried something different, something fresh, and something new. Okay? Also, set clear-cut boundaries. This is what I'm willing to do. This is what I'm willing to explore. These are the positions I'm willing to try. And here's why. And when you say, no, I'm not willing to go this far or whatever, tell your spouse why. I just don't feel comfortable. It's against, we tried that before. It hurt. Whatever that looks like for you, have the conversation outside of the bedroom, but set healthy boundaries that you both can live with, right? But you can also spice things up, okay? And my other thing is start small. Because a lot of times we want to do something so elaborate or whatever. You too tired to even perform it because you didn't spend all your time creating and doing all this stuff. Start small and grow. Start small and grow. Start small and grow. Okay? Because again, role play is something that's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something that you're excited about. It's something that you talk about. But also make sure that you guys are going to have fun. Because that is the reason why you want to spice things up. To keep it sexy, to keep it fun, and to keep it light. Okay? Now, I want to give a quick word to you wives who watch me, right? Step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. This is your husband. You can be that girl that he desires in the bedroom. Besides just the person that you are, you can take on another persona. You can be sexy and you can meet his fantasy. Because when you said yes, God gave you everything that you needed to create that fantasy. Okay? I love you guys to pieces. I hope that this teaching was a help to you. But if you want to talk to me about this particular video or any of my videos, or you're just you're having problems in your marriage, I'm your girl. I can help you. Just do me a favor. Click the link pod below. Schedule a free 15-minute call with me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to give you one tool and one strategy that I know works in your marriage because I want to see you guys win. I love you guys to pieces. I'm here every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you next week.